Okay, today we're gonna try to see what it was like to try to get food with a sling. In this case, I'm not hunting animals, I am hunting plants. So behind me is a foothill pine. They're really common in this area in Northern California, in the East Bay area. And they have these really large pine cones that have pine nuts in them sometimes. So today we're gonna try to knock one out of a tree and see if we can get some pine nuts. So I'll show you what those pine cones look like. So at the top of the tree there, you can see a whole bunch of them. Zoom in. You can see how big those pine cones are. They are really large. So I'm gonna try to knock some out of the tree and see if we can get some pine nuts. It's very likely that none of these will have pine nuts because they've probably been up in that tree for a long time and only the fresh cones tend to have nuts, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So I know that there's nobody behind this if I miss, so we'll throw soft first, try to get a feel for it, and then see if we can knock something out. So one of the nice things about doing this is that you can hit a branch sometimes and get it to shake and they fall. You don't actually have to hit the pine cone directly, but I'm gonna try to hit it directly. If I get lucky, I get lucky. One thing about these old ones that are up there is they're in the tree pretty darn good, and shaking the branch doesn't really do much because the wind is shaking the branches and they're still up there. So I think that's why I'm gonna have to hit it directly. Close. Man, it's tough to aim uphill. Or upwards, I guess. Might need to try find a smaller pine. Oh! I nicked it, I think. Didn't come down. That might not come down. Might have to go for a different set. Let me try more straight up. Oh my gosh. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm getting them as close as I am. Oh, that narrowly missed 3 in a row. Oh. I think I'm going to try a different pine. Try it again, but in easy mode. Got a couple of cones at the top of this little pine. here's one of the pine cones I got out of the tree. Hey, look at that. There's some pine nuts in here. All right, so we're gonna aim this down. This is pretty cool. So, I don't know if you can see in there, but that right there is a pine nut. So that's these pine nuts. They got these hard shells on the outside of them. It's really hard to crack through the outer shell. Maybe I need 2 rocks. Be right back. Okay. Actually, there's a couple more pine nuts in here. See that? There's one. There's one. There's one right next to it. Oh man, my fingers are getting so sticky. I'm surprised that this thing had as many as it did. Usually there's like 1 or 2, not like 5 or 6 or 7. Oh, I just dropped one, son of a gun. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, you guys know what these look like. I'm just gonna dig them out now. Mosquitoes can stop bothering me. Man, there's a ton in here. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Oh, mosquitoes found me. Look at that. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There's more too. 11, 12. Yeah, so that was a pretty good hit. And all I did was hit the tree. I didn't even hit the actual cone. Okay, let's get this open. You can see these if I can. Oh man. Well, I crushed it. So you see, I crushed it, but it's a tiny little bit of pine nut. Tastes like a pine nut. If you ever had pine nuts, it's really good. Got some of the shell. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, sling could definitely be not only used for hunting, but for gathering as well. I actually wanted to add a couple points. This tree that I knocked this out of, I just did it because it was short and it was an easier shot for me. But honestly, you could probably find a stick just as easily to knock the ones out of this tree that are shorter. So unless there weren't any sticks around, you wouldn't really need to do this, but the ones at the top of that tree, there's no way you could, unless you climbed the tree, that you could get those. So if there were no other little trees around and you wanted to try to get the pine nuts, slings might be your only option, unless you got a cannon of an arm. So, yeah. Anyway, gonna eat the rest of my pine nuts and be on my merry way. Okay, back at the truck. Here's all the ones I got out of the that one pine cone, which is just about the best harvest I've seen. But you can see that's a decent amount of food for a couple minutes. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Yeah, I need a different rock. smashing it. Well, here's most of the nut, but those are good. Let's see. It takes like, maybe you have to go vertical. Ooh, maybe vertical's the way. I mean, you can see that nut, but the shell, I mean, look how big the shell is. It's a pretty thick shell. There we go. It's a little bit better. That's what the nut looks like. And it's in mostly full form. They have a little bit of a sappy taste. So, yeah. But pretty good spread from a single nut. So, I mean, you could get, I mean, these are really heavy in fat, so you could probably get a few hundred calories if you found a few more trees and knocked a few more cones out that had as good a harvest as these. So definitely a viable way to get food with the sling. All these cars going by are probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. Make this a lot easier if I found out that native peoples had pliers.